Hello everyone. Nice to meet you all with this video lesson. This video lesson is a part of the paper Career Oriented Communicative English, which is prescribed to the third year BA English students of our college. This video lesson specifically focuses on language, its definitions given by the experts, characteristics and functions. What is language? We use language to communicate for the purpose of communication, but we don't know what is the exact definition of language. Now let's see what is language. Language is a system that consists of sounds and symbols which are organized in a systematic way to produce meaningful words. Human beings use those sound symbols in a systematic way to communicate either in a written or in a spoken form. Now let's move to the definitions of language. Language is a symbol system based on pure and arbitrary convention, infinitely extendable and modifiable according to the changing needs and conditions of the speaker, says R.H. Robbins. A language is a system of conventional symbols that helps us to communicate. We combine those symbols in a systematic way to produce meaningful words. Edward Sapir, in his An Introduction to the Study of Speech, says language is purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotions and desires by means of a system of voluntarily produced symbol. Through this definition, we can understand that language is purely human. Yes, language is purely human because human beings are the only beings that has well-developed articulatory organs and brain to acquire language, and moreover human beings has the ability to produce different sounds which helps us to produce meaningful words. Animals also have language, but it differs from humans language. Now let's see what are the characteristics of language. Language has multiple characteristics. The very first characteristics of a language is arbitrariness. Language is purely arbitrary because there is no inherent or innate relation between the word and the meaning that it conveys. For example, there is no reason why a round-shaped object is called ball. At the same time, we have different words to represent the same object in every language. For example, dog in English is called as cane in Italian and hunt in German, perro in Spanish. This quality of a language makes it arbitrary, and if arbitrary is not the characteristics of a language, we all must have spoken a single language. Language is a social phenomenon because it exists in the society. Being a social animal, we acquire language in our society. We got some input from our society and we reciprocate those inputs in our own way, and we acquire language through this function. Moreover, language nourishes and develops tradition and culture of a particular community. It helps the human beings of a particular community to connect with each other, to have contact with each other, and so language is a social phenomenon. Language is symbolic because language is a system of arbitrary vocal symbols. We have sounds and symbols to represent an idea, object, or the concept. The words in a language are not just patterns or images, but symbols that denote meaning. For example, the word tree is a representation of an object like tree, but it's made up of sounds. That's why language is symbolic. Language is a system of system. Yes, language is a system of system. Although language is a symbolic, its symbols are arranged in a systematic way. Every language has their own systematic arrangements to produce meaningful words, phrases and sentences. Every language has phonological system, morphological system, semantic and syntactic system. These systems helps together and functions together to produce meaningful words. That's why language is a system of system. Language is primarily vocal because articulatory organs are involved in the process of producing sounds, and so language is vocal. Writing of a language comes much later, just as a representation or reproduction of those symbols in a written form, and so language is vocal. Language is non-instinctive and conventional. Language is non-instinctive and unconventional. No language was created in a day. It has lots of days to create a well-developed language. Well-developed language that we use today. Language is an outcome of evolution and conventions. Language was transmitted from one generation to the another through this conventional settings. These conventions, in the process of transmitting language, it grows, dies, and expands. So in this process, language itself changes in a certain way according to the needs of the speaker and the environment. That's why language is conventional, and language is non-instinctive because we don't inherit language. We acquire language. Language is productive and creative. Language is a system which has very complex structural system. This structurally complex characteristics of a language makes it productive and creative one. The structural elements of human language can be combined to produce new utterances which neither the speaker nor his hearer may ever have said or heard. So it makes language creative and productive one. Next characteristics of a language is duality. Language is arranged at two levels. At the very first level, it is arranged as sounds which are meaningless in isolation. At the secondary level, it is organized as words with meanings. So this arrangement of a language makes it a duality one or double articulation. It can also be called as double articulation. The sounds which are arranged in a primary level are meaningless, but at the secondary level we can produce meaningful words with the arrangements of those sounds by following the systematic arrangements of a language. Displacement is the other important quality of a language. Human language is the only language that can talk about the object that is not in front of us right now. We can talk about past, future. A person can talk about his dream that he had yesterday, or he can talk about a food that he wants to taste, and he can talks about a place that he wants to travel. These qualities of a language makes it a displacement one. Now let's move to the functions of language. Michael Halliday has classified the functions of language into 7. Those are instrumental, regulatory, interactional, personal, heuristic, imaginative, and representational. Instrumental. This function is used to express people's need or to get things done. For example, may I use your pen? This is one kind of an example for instrumental function. Regulatory. This function is used to tell others what to do. It's like commanding someone. Interactional. We use language for the purpose of communication, which leads to the interaction between people. This function is used to make contact with each other and to form friendship. So making friends and socializing at various spheres is an example for interactional function. Personal. This use of language is used to express feelings, opinions, and individual identity. With the use of language, we can express ourselves, like how we feel, what are what kind of situation we are in, and even we can express how happy or sad we are. So this function is used to express how we feel. Heuristic. This function comes with the gaining of knowledge. When language is used to gain language about the environment, it becomes heuristic function. Imaginative. Language is used to tell stories and jokes, and can create imaginary environment. With the help of language, we can produce literature, fiction, can write poetries. These characteristic of a language makes it an imaginative one. Representational. Representational is otherwise known as informative because we convey facts and informations through language. We can record histories and can pass it to the next generations. So this function is used to convey facts and information. I hope you all have understood about language and its functions and characteristics. If so, try to answer these questions in this video. Define language, explain any three characteristics of language, and what are the functions of language. Kindly submit your answers as an assignment through Google Classroom. Code is given in the description box to join the Google Classroom. You can also post your questions through Google Classroom. Thank you so much.